Hello, everybody. Secret night stream. Secret night stream. Secret night stream. Secret night stream. Yeah, I'm streaming, and it's nighttime, so that's cool. And yeah, we're gonna try to beat Secret of the Scarlet Hand. So we're gonna see how that goes. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else interesting to know. Made some decent progress last time, so that's good. But yeah. Just ready, I'm steady, but also give me a moment. I'll be right back. And I'm back. You guys didn't think I was gonna be gone that long, did you? I'm kidding. I was just testing things out, but also camera focus. Focus. Focused? Are we focused? Are we good to go? Yes? Maybe? Let's do this. Let us open the game. Steam's got an update. Well, hey, this is why we don't immediately start, right? We just check it out first. So, I know what I need to do. I have my notes, I have my memory, and I have my brain. We got this. Totally is gonna be fine, everybody. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay. Something is saved here. Oh my god. Okay. Also, I think I know what this key's for. I think this key is for the cases. I don't know why we need to get into the cases, but I think I realize now that the key is for the cases. So, we've been on Sunny June's computer. I took pictures of the numbers, so that's good. We also have the password for the quiz game, which is good. Or the maze game. Yeah. And I should be able to solve the numbers. So all good things ahead. It's nighttime. Okay. So what should I do first? I feel like I should do the maze game first, just because something easy, light, get us started. Alrighty. So login is sjune. Password is Spaceboy. Okay. Space Baby. God damn it. Don't spell space. Ah! Well, I skipped the notes by accident. Oh god, arrow keys. Okay, so we're back to Message in the Haunted Mansion. Except now it's nature themed. This isn't eerie at all. Okay. Man, these graphics are... Ooh, they're graphics. They are graphics, alright. Scary faces. Can I go through there? No. Okay. I like how it's called a maze, but there's really only one direction to go. And it's like, I mean, that's fine. Trust me, like, I'm not complaining. It's just like, oh god, now is there two... Okay, there was one way to go. See? Yeah, there's only one way to go. But it's fine. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's also eerily quiet. which is fine, but just a little eerie. The quietness. Making our way downtown through the jungle. And we're maze bound. And I need you. And I miss you. And now I wonder if I sing the song, will I get DMC'd? Is that the acronym? Maybe, because I like to sing songs, but I don't know the words to this song. No, I love this game. I love the Nancy Drew series. This is actually like one I have like zero memory of. I don't think I've ever played this one by myself. I remember my mom and sister playing this when I was a kid, but I definitely don't recall like playing the game ever by myself. So I'm super interested. I don't know who did it, so no spoilers, because I do not know who the bad guy is in this one. Like I know almost like even if I don't know of the other games, like I don't remember, I have like a gut feeling, and my gut feeling is usually right. But like with this one, I don't even have a gut feeling like that seems accurate. I'm just sus of the guy with the bad tie, to be completely honest. But man, this maze is going. I don't know. I mean, we're going. Think I'd be less like scared if there was some form of music going on, but there is none. Hope you're having a good day, Taylor. Thank you for coming. Oh god. Alright, we've actually found a dead end, everybody. This is terrifying. Okay. Hopefully we're making progress. Stuck on a wall, that's fine. Honestly, I am so glad. I'm going through them all right now. I'm going through them all in order. The only one I had to skip was Stay Tuned for Danger because I couldn't find a digital copy of it. I do have the disc, but I was not able to get the disc to work on my computer. So this is the fifth one I've played so far in the series, and it's so nice playing them all again. My original favorite was the Message in the Haunted Mansion I've already played again, which was so fun. But I'm excited to see like them all in chronological order and like just experience them all again. But yeah, honestly, like whenever I tell people like I play the Nancy Drew games, they, like a lot of people don't know about them, and like it's such like a big part of my childhood. Like I remember like getting the games for Christmas, like and just man, brings back all the feels. But yeah, no, I totally love these games, and yeah, I happy you're here. Is this the end? Is this the end? Yes. Yeah, right? Like, I was like so surprising, and I was so disappointed that the most recent game was what it was. I'm hoping I didn't put the card into the machine. I'm gonna have to do that again. All right, well, we have more time to talk because I didn't put the card in the machine. Okay. Anyway, but yes. Oh man. Um But no, honestly, like I love these games. It's been like a huge part of like everything. Like my mom loved computer games when I was a kid, so this is just one of the things that we did. But I'm just yeah. Um, Fun fact, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Danger on Deception Islands is also no longer available digitally. That got pulled in 2020. Ooh. It hurt. That hurts so bad. Yes, I will gladly offer a tip or a hint if it can make my life easier. Not putting the card in was a fatal error. Like, am I able to cut through these walls? You found it on Epic Games recently? Okay, because I looked it up because I knew I couldn't find Danger on Deception not Danger on Deception Island. Stay tuned for Danger. If you tap M on the keyboard, it'll pull up a map for me. Wait, what? There's a map? Oh my god, there's a map. Well, thank you. Um, that's amazing. But no, so like the reason why Danger on Deception Island got pulled is because of the fact that it says supposedly, well, it does have blackface in it, which is a yikes. That's a bit of a yikes. Um, so yeah, it got pulled in 2020, but I mean that was released from Steam and Big Fish Games. I'm not sure about Oh, Ransom of the Seven Ships. Yes, that one. God, thank you. No, definitely Ransom of the Seven Ships was the one I meant. Danger on Deception Island is totally fine, safe. Love that one. Don't know why I mixed that one up. Yes, Ransom of the Seven Ships is the one I'm referring to. Which honestly, I didn't even like that game to begin with. I will still play it because I'm gonna play them all. But that was rough. That was rough. Oh my god, this map helps so much. Wait, is it not gonna let me go through here? Okay, well, I'm about to say. Bless. Bless. Oh my god, thank you so much, Taylor. Okay. Putting the card in the machine. Important. So where I'm at in this one currently is I know the first 4 answers to this one. Oh, don't forget to put the card in. Don't forget to put the card in. And I am torn as to whether or not I try to get the answer to the last one legitly, or if I use it in the game. Fill the void! Yes! I'm gonna keep going through them all. So I'm totally like down for you to stick around and give me extra help because there are some that I do not remember well, and I will definitely get stuck. I mean, obviously, as a kid, would use the walkthrough guides whenever I would get super stuck, so I'm trying to not do that this go around. I haven't yet, so far so good. But, I mean, I have used the advantages of modern technology, such as screenshots with my cell phone, and Google, but not Google to look up walkthroughs, so there's that. Okay. What is the name of a Maya matchmaker? See, like, I could look this up on Google, right? But I don't know if this is somewhere something I could find in the game. I don't know where it's supposed to be. And it's like, it's the last question and it's something I could so easily Google. And I'm just like, I'm not going to. I was hoping there would be something else here now that I've done the maze puzzle, but it's fine. I'm fine. I'm not gonna Google it because it just feels wrong. It's gotta be somewhere around here. Just because Sunny June couldn't find it doesn't mean I can't. Okay, so I did the maze. Got that taken care of. Good. The other thing I can do right now is I could do the numbers, which was also something I screenshotted because that was a lot of information. So the dots are 1, the bars are 5, and you add them if I recall correctly. But it's the faces that are interesting. Okay, so 1 is Hun, and he has fish lips, a really big nose, and a set of good teeth. Well, that's not specific. I mean, fish lips, big nose, kind of looks like this guy. And a set of good teeth, though. I don't see teeth. Man, that's, 2 has a big hat with 5 fingers. It's a big hat with 5 fingers. Okay, that guy is 2. And a semi-oval in it. Yeah, that's him. That's good. 3, ox, looks like a doctor. Yeah, it really does kind of look like a doctor. 4 has his or her tongue sticking out. Tongue sticking out. None of these have their tongue sticking out, Sunny. What are you talking about? Okay. Five has wrinkles and a fancy hat. Sunny, what are you talking about? A fancy hat? Is that hat fancy? You couldn't put, like, has the letter T on his face? Okay, wears rectangular glasses. Is it... No, he said the faces, these don't matter. Only the dots and the bars matter. Okay. Sunny, you are not as helpful as I was hoping. I mean, that is 7. That's 7. That's 8. Yeah, so 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. That's that. A dot, 1 dot equals 1, 2 dots equals 2, etc. 1 bar equals 5, so 2 bars equals 2 times 5, which is 10, which is fine. Picture this, each dot is an individual fingerprint, greasy from spicy wontons, and the bar represents the whole hand, like a set of 5 fingers. A bar with a dot next to it is 5 plus 1 equals 6, so 3 bars and a dot equals 16, yes? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So that is 7. And then, yeah, these symbols don't mean anything. I remember him saying that. So that's 7. That's 8. This would be 16. 16. Sorry. And if you heard the Law and Order dun-dun, it's my text message tone. It's very important. Okay, so that's, yeah, so 1 dot and 3 bars is 16, yeah? So that's 17 because I believe, oh, the turtle shell is 0 though, right? Oh god. I don't know. That's 12. That's just 4 dots. So is that 4? But isn't 4 a face? 4 is a face. So what is that? Consider the extra turtle shells decorations. I mean, that's what he said too, but I'm just like, it's giving me anxiety. Because he also saying that 4 is a face. He says 4 is Khan, has his or her tongue sticking out. But then that's 4 dots, so isn't that 4? That's just 15, so that's right. So 15, 16, 17, 18. That is 14. No, yes, that is 14, so 14 is that one. That one's 8. That's 8. So that's right. That one's 7. Is that 4? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm like, Cause this is just 1, right? If the turtle shells are just decoration, then that's 1. Which means the face thing is wrong, because it's saying that face... maybe. Oh god. This is more complicated than I thought. Sunny June, you did not make this easy. That is 11. Okay, so 11, 12. This is 10. It's 10. So 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That should just be 5. That's 5. Okay, so what am I missing then? I am missing... All the dots and lines are right, except for this one, that's 4. That one's 4. Just accepting it. It's 4. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So then I think all the bars and dots are right then. And I just need to get the faces in order. So this one is 2. And 2 is the big hat with 5 fingers on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 fingers, so that's gotta be right there. 3 looks like a doctor, which I mean, kind of with like the little like light scalpel. It looks like a doctor. 4 we have, 5 we have, so 6, where's an eye patch with an X on it. Okay. 7 we have, 8 we have, 9 has a beard or acne. Yeah. 13. 13 has a T on his cheek. Maybe these two switch?
That looks right.
Yes! Thank you, Nancy. I'm proud of me. Thank you for your assistance, Taylor. Appreciate that. Now I need to figure out what this key is for and why do I need this key? 'Cause I'm pretty sure this key is to unlock these things, right? But why would I need to unlock these? Is my question. And which ones can I unlock is the other question. Okay, I have to ask you, Taylor, because, like, what is your least favorite Nancy Drew game? Because, like, I go back and forth, because, like, there's some that I really liked when I was a kid, and there's others that I'm like, oh god, as an adult, I'm just like, I can't. Like, you know, as a kid, I really enjoyed Creature of Kapu Cave, and, the carousel, the haunted carousel, but as an adult, I'm just like, ugh, those are too boring, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. So I'm curious. Ooh. I'm just stealing things. That's fine, I guess. Nancy just likes stealing things sometimes.
It's locked.
That's all I needed that for, right? Oops. I wonder if my ham radio is gonna break or something. Yeah, on the newer games were rough. I did like... God, in the newer games, the last one I really remember liking was the Ghost of Thornton Hall. I really liked the Ghost of Thornton Hall. I remember actually genuinely being scared with that. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely get you. It just kind of falls off a little bit. Okay, why do I need to go in here?
Why do I want to lug these heavy things around?
I don't know, Nancy.
Why do I want to lug these heavy things around?
Why would you? Why are you lugging around the things you do lug around, okay? I mean, it's just because you can. Yeah, no, Ghost of Thornton Hall was really good, but like after that one, like I don't know, just they did fall off. They really did. They gotta bring back the classics. Okay, so I've done that. I got the light bulb. What time is it? It's ridiculously... Oh, is it ridiculously early or ridiculously late? Or neither?
Henrik!
Yeah. No.
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have taken a real nosedive off that pyramid. Do you think he just fell, Nancy? Or was he pushed? Sounds like you need to find out
Makes
about
sense.
hospital visiting hours. Yeah, but you'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first. George is right. She is your supervisor, after all.
I'm just shook what just happened. I was not expecting that. To answer your question, so, I did not remember the original Secrets Can Kill at all. I've only played the remastered. I had the original disc for the but my sister told me that you had to flip the disc to get to and from the school, which is just wild to me. I'm just like, oh god, that requires so much disc flipping, and you have to be more methodical about what you're doing where, because having to go back and forth is not an option. Yeah, no, that just sounds crazy. But then Stay Tuned for Danger, I remember it a little bit, but I haven't played it in so long, and I can't get the disc to work, and the fact that it's not available digitally anywhere is a big bummer. I'm just I want to replay it, but I either need to figure out how to get the disc to work, or get some digital copy somewhere. I don't even know where that would be an option, but yeah, I get you though. If you can't, if you struggle a lot with them, yeah, you're not gonna enjoy them. I did not see the Henrik falling thing happening. That was wild. Also, Henrik was MIA for after the robbery happened, so he's just getting pushed off the pyramid. What? I really do not remember this one, so I'm just everything's catching me off guard.
Buenos dias.
Have you heard? The police received an anonymous tip, and they're considering Joanna a prime suspect in the Bacall theft. They've taken her in for questioning.
I called in that tip. She lied about the Cinnabar, and you may not know this, but she has jeopardized the museum's finances with all of her wheeling and dealing. Why should she not be questioned?
Ooh, both good questions. I get you. God, my favorite. I like to go back to my OG favorites, Message in the Haunted Mansion, but my overall favorite is probably Warnings at Waverly Academy. But then there's also Secret of Black, the Curse of Blackmore Manor too. God, Curse of Blackmore Manor. I've played that one the most. So if we had to guess that. Oh, thank you for the raid, Sparkly Kiss. Hi everybody, welcome. Questioning this man, so I'm gonna begin. Do we question him about why he knows, or the what he knows? That is the question. Oh my god, yeah, no, it is okay, I'm an adult, and I knew that one has jump scares, and I was still jumping at the jump scares. In my playthrough, you can watch it. It's embarrassing. As an adult, I still get scared, but it's okay. We're fine. Oh, nice! Ghost Dogs Moon, that was the first. Okay, fun fact, that was the first Nancy Drew game I beat by myself. Because for a really long time, I always played with my sister. So that was the first one. I was no, I'm an adult now. I could play this game by myself. While I'm in middle school, and I was I could beat it, and I beat it by myself, and I was so proud of myself.
How did she jeopardize museum finances?
I am not at liberty to say.
Okay, but how do you know?
Have you heard? Henrik Vanderheun fell off the pyramid at the museum. He's in the hospital with a mysterious head injury.
That is terrible news. I hope it's not too serious.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
Yep, no, Treasure in the Royal Tower is my sister's favorite, and yeah, I just finished playing that one, and oh my god, she was obsessed with me playing it. She was like, who do you think it is, Amanda? I know, she knew that one inside and out, because she's all about, when she was a kid, she was all about, French royalty, and, she had fleur-de-lis all over her room, so the fact that it was about Marie Antoinette, she was, all about that, but, man, I have fond memories of doggies. My dad would play it and let me look. This is, oh, that's awesome. I love dogs. And so, I remember that one being scary, but I was but they're dogs, so it's fine. Ah.
Any news?
There was an incident at the museum. Henrik is in the hospital with a head injury.
Poor Henrik. Another squabble between him and Joanna, perhaps? Oh, I'm kidding, but I do remember the time she threatened to push him in the pond. Temper, temper, I'm always telling her.
I don't like you.
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
No, honestly, like, that was the thing. Like, when I was a kid and we played this game, like, a lot of it went over my head because I was so young when this game came out. I did the math. I was, like, 3 when this game came out. So, like, I didn't know what they were talking about with all the history stuff. And as an adult, I'm like, this is really cool. Like, you actually learn a lot in this game. So I'm all about it. And I'm really enjoying it so far. Just... I don't remember who does it, so no spoilers, please. I genuinely do not know at this point. And yeah, no, I'm just seeing how I do, because without like any guidance whatsoever, I'm like, I don't know. Is she still not here? She's still not here. Okay, already been through all this stuff. Is there anything new? Okay, now I don't know. Like, I have the light for the... Okay, so maybe I'm supposed to make phone calls. I haven't been to the lab yet. Hold up. Oh my god, I am so turned around. This way. Cool. Yeah, no, I have vague memories for some games. Like, I'm pretty sure it's this guy. But then there's other games where I'm like, I have no idea. But let's find out. Alright, so Henrik is gone. Henrik's gone. I don't... Maybe I have a voicemail on the phone. All I know is I did that. Done. I did my tasks.
You have voicemail. Press 0 to retrieve messages.
This message is for Nancy Drew. Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Hospital in regards to Henrik Vanderheun. I believe you're a colleague of his? Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik's support person as he begins the difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. My direct line is 202-555-4000. Thank you.
Nancy, it's Joanna. The police are done giving me the 3rd degree, but now the board has suspended me.
Oh, shit.
To make a long story short, I'm forbidden to set foot in the museum. Could you please call Franklin Rose and try to reason with him? If we don't get a move on, this exhibit is going straight down the tubes.
To replay messages, press 0. Press 9 for an outside line.
No, I've said in past streams, I have an unreasonable love for phones because of this game. Especially the dial tone. Like, I literally ridiculously love. Okay, you have the hots for Henrik's? Okay, so I completely, in my first stream, did not meet Henrik's. I just was never in the lab when he was, and I didn't even realize he was a person. Like, I was like, isn't there somebody who's working on that glyphs? Like, who is this guy? And then it wasn't until my next stream that I was like, I all of a sudden just like in the lab doing my thing, and I was like, oh god, there's a person here. I was so thrown off. But yeah, no, he oh yeah, no, the dial tone is ridiculous. I love it. Doug Jones, it's weirdly uncanny. I feel bad for Hendrix now in the hospital, but hey, he loves Nancy apparently. He's missing me, so... Ugh, press 1 first. I know.
You have...
Oh, I forgot to... 9. Okay, am I, like, just not able to dial phone numbers? Is that a thing that
you have
I'm
no voicemail?
Do I just not hit the 202? Do I just go... Maybe. Maybe.
This is Nurse Bluefoot.
Cool.
I'm calling in regard to a recently admitted patient, Henrik Vanderheun.
Patient information is confidential. Are you a family member?
I'm sorry, this is Nancy Drew. You left me a message?
Nancy Drew? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I'm so relieved.
Also, what kind of name's
We've been
Bluefoot?
unable to locate any family members, and we do like amnesia patients to have at least one personal support person when they begin reality orientation.
You're not wrong. I'm so like just shook right now. What's reality orientation?
What's reality orientation?
Well, reality orientation is a kind of treatment that helps a patient get reacquainted with the facts and circumstances of his or her life. Henrik has not actually lost his memory. It's just that his brain is injured in such a way that he can't access the place where the memories are stored.
So, how does he regain access to the storage place?
Well, first, we do repetitive memory exercises to help Henrik relearn the basic facts, like his name and address, the name of his parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on.
Parakeet, of all
Second,
things.
we try to stimulate Henrik's sensory memories in order to help trigger or find the way back to his cognitive memories.
I actually just did my psych homework right before doing this, so I actually kind of know what they're talking about. And I'm like, I don't need to ask these questions. I could just go, where do I come in?
You can't help Henrik remember his childhood, but you can probably help him remember his work. And who knows where that will take him. All roads lead to Rome, as they say. One
No way.
great tool is
Really?
the Reality Orientation Board. This is a place to post information and pictures for the patient to look at over a period of time. You may want to bring in images or photos to place on the board. Things from the museum, perhaps.
Alright.
I see. Well, I'll be happy to help in any way I can. When are visiting hours?
Visiting hours are 10 to 4 every day, if the patient is not engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Great. Is there anything else?
Just remember, Henrik's brain has been knocked around like a peanut in its shell. He may have attention difficulties, headaches, anxiety. Sometimes he may seem giddy, too. We need to keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
Thanks for the warning, Nurse Bluefoot.
Be well.
Be well. Alright. I also need to call Franklin Rose. But I just want to... Okay, so I just finished playing the final scene. I completely forgot I played the final scene. I thought I just played Treasure in the Royal Tower. The final scene. So, I was so convinced that the police officer that you're in contact with over, like, Maya being gone, I was convinced it was Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. I was absolutely positive. I went onto IMDb and I'm like, it's gotta be him. The voice sounds exactly the same. So if you ever playing Final Scene again and you like are talking to the cop, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong in thinking this guy sounds exactly like Kronk. Mr. Squeakedum Squeak Squeaky Squeak Squeakedum. Alright, let's call Franklin Rose. No.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, you must be psychic. I was just getting ready to call you myself.
As a matter of fact, I have been brushing up on my mind reading.
Well, thank goodness I've got you on my side. I feel I should apologize for the situation that's going on at the museum, dear. I really did think we were setting you up with a nice little internship, a breather from your casework. But instead, it looks like we've fed you to the lions.
Nancy never gets a break. Let's be real for a second.
Don't worry, I'm used to it by now. And after all, this situation is no more treacherous than my recent attempt at a ski vacation in Wisconsin. Anyway, about Beach Hill.
I think I know what you're going to say, Nancy. Let me be frank. Joanna Riggs has been in the doghouse with the board for months. Her thirst for acclaim has led her to gamble the future and the reputation of Beach Hill time and again. Now that we've lost the Pakal carving, one of our most notable pieces, well, she's just got to be stopped.
Oof. So, it's safe to say the board thinks she's sus. Good to know. He kind of does. Oh no, now I can't unhear that. Oh no.
But with Henrik in the hospital and Joanna suspended, how can we possibly get this exhibit off the ground?
Leave that to me. We'll postpone the opening if we have to. Look, I've got a client waiting, Nancy. What we need now is for you to take up the slack. I've spoken to the rest of the board, and we've agreed that the best thing is to put you in charge.
I'm an intern. I don't know anything. Okay. Okay. That.
Oh, Mr. Rose, I'm not qualified to be a curator. I don't have the experience.
Maybe not, but you are the best qualified detective I know, which is just what we need right now. We're counting on you to catch this thief red-handed.
Ha.
Just kidding, kiddo.
Har har.
If you can get the Pakal back, we'll see about giving Ms. Riggs another chance. That seems fair, doesn't it?
It's a deal, Mr. Rose.
Bye, kiddo.
Ugh, don't call me kiddo after... Oh, you made him gross now. Okay, so... What is there to do? Oh my god. Confirmed DILF, just the voice actor. DILF status. I just gotta remind myself, I was 3 when this game came out. I was not old enough to think that way, and he's probably way too old. It's okay. I'm okay. Anyway, moving on. Do we go to the hospital now? Like, is that an option? Can I go to the hospital? No, I can't.
You look familiar. Is it time for my snack?
Oh my god, is it time for my snack? I am the snack. No. Henrik is ripped. Oh my god.
Hi, Henrik. I'm Nancy. We met at Beach Hill before your head injury.
Beach Hill?
No, it is bad that he looks at me. Oh man, so I have to go easy on him, so I feel like I have to be like strategic about what I'm asking or saying. Tactless as usual.
Beach Hill is a
Let's
museum
go.
here in Washington, D.C. Before your accident, you were working there on some important Maya glyph translations. Do you remember anything about that project?
I don't even remember my own birthday. So if you're here to squeeze me for details, you're wasting your time.
Somebody's salty. I mean, to be fair, I would be too if I don't remember anything. Okay, let's go easy.
Actually, Nurse Bluefoot thinks with regular visits, I may be able to help you get your memory back more quickly.
How, pray tell, do you intend to do that?
I'll visit, we'll talk. Sometimes I'll bring you pictures.
Pictures? Well, isn't this nice?
Do I have a picture with me? Do I have a picture with me?
Come on, Henrik. You'll feel much better once things start coming back to you. I've got a picture with me if you'd like to give it a try.
Fine, I'll do it.
Do I? That. Yeah, I have the hand, so, I know, know, right? The cops should not have let me touch this. The fact that I have it in my possession is just wild to me. But I mean, Nancy doesn't mind just keeping things on her possession. Oh God, how hard do I go on him? I'm just trying to trigger his memory. I feel like less words is better.
Okay, here we go. These symbols mean the magician suffers yellow death.
Your translator is sloppy. I should know. I am the author of the original work.
I'm sorry?
You don't agree with the translation?
That first glyph is the fool, not the magician. Furthermore, any decent epigrapher knows those glyphs refer to the infamous plague of oozing hives. A fitting curse for a fool, don't you think? I rather like it.
I'm sorry, I'm just shook. I'm just shook right now. I just like, what? He has no right to go off this hard. Yes.
Henrik, this note was found at a crime scene. Are you telling me you left it there?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Okay, now I plead the fifth. Okay.
I'm investigating the theft of the Pakal carving. Please, Henrik, try to remember something.
Who in the world is Pakal? Oh, my head. Oh, the pressure. I can't take any more today, Nancy.
Okay, it's time for some memory therapy. Nancy, could you come back tomorrow?
I'm sorry. I was not expecting that. I am shook. I'm so shook. He just like, I should know I'm the author. What? I mean, Henrik was looking really bad for the crime, if we're gonna be honest. Like, he was not looking good. But I'm still like... This man doesn't have this game listed on his IMDb. Oof. Oof. He doesn't have it listed on his IMDb. That's so sad. Oh my god. So no Joanna. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back to my apartment and make some more phone calls because I have more numbers there. Such as Bess and George, which are like obviously the go-tos. Oh man, that would be so funny though. It's like, hey, so like that voice acting you did though in Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand was sick. And he'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, let's call Bess. I'm really sad I can't call Ned. I'm obsessed with Ned. That's who I'm obsessed with. Ned has the absolute best dialogue.
No peeking at my cards, George. Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. How's life at the museum?
Everything was going great until someone broke into a display case and stole one of the museum's most valuable artifacts. A jade carving of King Pakal.
A theft? When? How? Who are your suspects? Do you have any clues?
Easy, ladies. Let's just say that so far, I have more questions than I do answers. But don't worry, I'm on the case.
There goes your low-key internship. Honestly, Nancy, it never will cease to amaze me how one girl can cross paths with so much trouble.
I mean, it is Nancy Drew after all. She causes the trouble. But I just think it's interesting how, well, first of all, they did George dirty after Ransom of the Seven Ships. After Ransom of the Seven Ships, when you get to play as George, and then in Alibi and Ashes, cruel. They were cruel to George.
I don't know what to make of Alejandro Del Rio, the attaché to the Mexican consulate.
What's his connection to Beach Hill?
Right now, he's negotiating the monolith loan agreement between Mexico and the museum.
And what's your confusion? Something to do with dashing good looks, I hope.
Well, he is a little bit handsome, but he also seems very angry about all the Mexican antiquities his country has lost over the years.
How have they been lost?
They've been taken by explorers and archaeologists and smugglers. I guess the laws have only recently changed to protect Mexico's rights to its own antiquities.
Well, it sounds like he has a legitimate gripe.
Yes, but I got the feeling he would do just about anything to get an artifact returned to Mexico.
What do you mean, anything?
That's what I'm not sure of.
Well, let's hope he's just a big talker and not a bona fide vigilante.
Okay, this game is woke. However, when we did originally meet this guy, Alejandro, literally the dialogue option was like, "Hi, I'm Nancy," or "Hola, mi amo Nancy Drew." And I was like, Nancy, just because you know a little bit of Spanish doesn't mean you go into the Mexican consulate and start speaking Spanish, okay? It gives off the wrong vibes. But I'll forgive her. It was 2002.
Somehow, Joanna has gotten the museum into some financial hot water.
How'd she do that? Yeah, and how hot's the water?
It's all very vague. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I mean, maybe she just overextended the budget a little in her effort to acquire the best artifacts for the museum, but
even if her intentions were good...
she may be feeling a little desperate to make some money back quickly.
Desperate enough to steal the Pakal carving, sell it on the black market,
Same.
and collect the insurance on it too?
I know she loves the museum. Who knows what she'd do if she were afraid of losing her job.
She's a suspect. Definitely a suspect.
Well, they're all suspects. Everybody's always a suspect.
Taylor Sinclair and Alejandro Del Rio have both earned a place on my suspect list.
Why?
Both admitted to being in the building at the time when the alarm went off.
Did they act defensive about it?
Not really. They both act as though they have nothing to hide.
Do you think they could be working together?
Judging by Alejandro's opinion of Taylor, I highly doubt it. But then again, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, like in the 10th grade when Bess turned purple in the middle of her class presentation on greenhouse gases. George, would you kindly put a sock in it?
Oh, man. Why would the theft keep leaving? Yeah, why? Because I can talk to them both. Like, yeah, if I can talk to them, they're obviously a suspect.
After the board caught wind about the police interrogating Joanna, they suspended her.
But Joanna didn't take the Pakal.
I tried to suggest that to Franklin Rose without betraying Henrik's confidence, but he's not interested in cutting Joanna any slack.
So what? She's history?
Mr. Rose said that if the Pakal carving is recovered, he'll reconsider.
Well, that's just one more reason you've got to find that carving. Yeah. Joanna's ambitions may be a little misguided at times, but she shouldn't have to take the fall for Henrik. Plus which, her presence at the museum may be one of the crucial ingredients to solving this case.
No worries. Thank you for coming by, honestly, and thanks for the raid, too. I appreciate it.
Why would the thief keep leaving that awful red handprint at every crime scene?
Talk about a creepy trademark. Oh, I'm just glad I haven't seen it. With my sensitive psyche, that type of thing is like a 10-year warranty for nightmares. Does it have any meaning in Maya culture?
Not that I know of.
Well, somebody ought to know. You're surrounded by experts in Maya culture, for gosh sakes. But maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. Maybe the thief just thinks it's glamorous. Sure.
Ooh.
I mean, who really wants anonymity after all? Thieves have to have style. Something to set them apart, right? It's not just any old villain that gets a book deal these days.
Do I request a hint? Yes.
Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
You've got to help Henrik remember Pakal. Maybe a picture would help jog his memory. Someone must have a photo of the carving that you could take to the hospital.
Ooh.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
We'll be waiting for an update. Bye, Nancy.
See, that is helpful. That is helpful. It's not too much, but it's enough. Alright, so I gotta find a picture of Pakal. Where would I find a picture of this guy? Like, I feel like I've seen something. I mean, I could just show on my phone, because I have a picture of it on my phone, but this is 2002, that's not an option. I think she has a picture of it, right? Like in her file? Maybe? That would make sense. No. 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 Okay, so it's not here. Oh, does this have like the... Because one of these things is like security locked. It has like a number lock on it. And I just wonder if that would be here, I guess. Alright, I don't need the headphones anymore. I have the light bulb. I have the key to the thingies. I don't know if there's another picture of Bacall, though. I don't know why I can look in this microscope. It just... red. I need to take something that will remind Hendrik of his crime. Hendrik, you committed a crime. Can you, like, help? Ah, man. Like, can I take this? Like, call! Take this. It's not a key, though. Can't even look at whatever that is. Okay. Ah.
That looks right.
I know it's right, Nancy, because I made it right. But how do I convince Hendrik of who he is? Like, just like, what can I steal from the museum to convince Hendrik of who he is as a person? It's the gods. Monument of the kings. Oh, actually, I can... Ah, I can open this one, right? I've always been able to open this one. I stole that thing. Which also was just completely random. And I'm like, okay.
It's locked.
That's not a picture I can look at. Fine. Okay, so it's a note over here. But maybe in the garden or in the lab. Like, what were you working on, Henry? Can I, like, give you what you were working on? Working on this vase. Ow. That's weird. Now I could just use this and Nancy's not gonna get mad. I'm just gonna turn that off because I don't want to accidentally break something. Like I actually could, but you never know. Like, what would I need to send? No, it's Morse code. Yeah, that sound effects was eerie, to say the least. Just Morse code out there. SOS. Help.
It's locked.
I still don't have the key to this.
It's locked. It's locked.
So I'm still missing things. And what else is new with my life? But, I've already did that. Like, I'm definitely missing stuff here. You know, like, there's definitely, like, why can I look at these? Like, what is the purpose? Like, why, what is the lock for this for? I don't know. All I know is I'm expected to open this entire thing by myself, apparently, and I'm just not okay with that. Like, why can't I look at the ground here with the bubble wrap? What is its purpose? Explain yourself. Okay, is there like something, a discrepancy between this one and the one on Joanna's desk? Like, I feel like that's gotta be a thing. So I'm gonna take a picture. And I'm gonna look. And compare the two. And see if there's something that I should know about them. Okay. Thanks. Just circle around this endlessly. Like Nancy pacing, like, give me answers. Fine.
It's locked.
Fine. Okay, so I need a picture of a call. I know that because Bess and George said so. What I don't know is where to find it. That is the question. So yeah, all I need to do is the quiz. So, where, oh where, am I supposed to find the answer that I seek? Okay, I cannot spell noble for the life of me. What is the name of a Maya matchmaker? Okay, so where would I find this information? The only thing I'm thinking is it's maybe on one of the audio files. Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking for the name of a Maya matchmaker, and I'm gonna go back to Joanna's office and... Sorry, just remember that this was here. What was the point of this? Oh yeah, it's like about the guy of death, right? It's weird. Can I... No, I can't leave. Okay, thank you. And the eerie music. I appreciate you, Taylor. Thank you for that. Alright. Oh, man. You know, it's nice to have somebody who, like, knows what they're doing on your side. Okay. Okay, so... What time is it? I haven't talked to them since talking to Henrik, so there's a chance there'll be different dialogue. Just teensy chance, but it's the chance I will take. Do you have something? Can I take one of your brochures? That would be something. No? You don't just have a brochure Pakal lying around?
Buenos dias.
I should get back to the museum.
Adios, Nancy.
Adios. Sad.
Any news?
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go.
Thank you.
Keep
sir.
up the good work.
You too. Bestie, I hate you. Just so you're clear, I despise you. Okay, can I go back? A.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Well, I just missed visiting hours, but we will sleep. Taylor Sinclair is not a vibe. No, he is really not. The tie, oh my god, Sunny Juice's note about the tie, spot on. Spot on. Okay, well, we are going to sleep until 10 a.m. It's going to be a good long night's rest, Nancy.
Well, look who it is.
Ready to do some memory work, Henrik? I brought you a picture.
So condescending.
This will help you to remember.
That face. He's as familiar as my own feet.
Can you remember the last time you saw him?
Pakal! Nancy, this is the stolen carving, isn't it? And I'm the one who took it. I must have. But why? Oh, Pakal! What could I have meant by this?
I don't know. Tell me, Henrik. I think where?
Henrik, where's the carving now?
I can't remember.
All I need is some idea of where to look next. I'll take any scrap of memory you've got, Henrik.
It's still in the museum.
Why would you break into the display case and steal the carving only to leave it in the museum?
To protect him. I had to protect him. Oh, Pakal! Something is going on at that museum, a devious plot. I was the only one who could stand in the way.
All right, we're getting somewhere.
What kind of plot?
Forgive me, Nancy, but when I woke up in this hospital bed, I didn't even know my own name. Perhaps the only thing I can offer you is this key. It was found in one of my pockets when I was brought in.
Thank you.
Maybe that key goes to the lock where you hid the Pakal.
I haven't a clue. Take the key now, Nancy. Find out what it opens and return to me, please, with some answers.
We'll get to the bottom of this, I promise.
In the meantime, I'll sit with my friend Pakal and see if he will tell me anything new. You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
Do you know anything about the theft of Prudence Rutherford's necklace?
I can't remember.
It's just like so dramatic, like I can't remember.
Did you use Joanna's name last week to place an order for Cinnabar with Keep It Real Restoration?
You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
Do you have anything against Joanna?
Who knows?
Who knows? Oh my god. This guy.
Henrik, I need to know where you put the Pakal carving.
You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
I could keep asking him over and over again.
You rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
Aw, poor Henrik. Alright, if I am not mistaken, I know where this key goes, and I'm super excited about it. But it doesn't look like it would go where I think it's gonna go, so... Please, please. Shh. Speed clicking. Oh god, speed clicking gone bad. Key? Yes! Okay. It's a disc. Now, this might be my Gen Z brain, but is that a disc that'll fit into my computer? We're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out. Ah, floppy disks. Weren't you square? Okay, good. I was hoping so. I'm just like, it's semicircle, so I was like, I'm confused. Why Nancy can't bring her laptop to the museum is another question, but... Okay. Of course there's a password. Why wouldn't there be a password? Now, do I get to go back to Henrik and ask him what the password would be? Or do I take this symbol and decode it? Ooh. Ooh. What's the fire symbol? All my notes. All the notes. Why do I feel like I've called this number, the 555-1222, and I don't know. You should check out the best on George. See if the hospital has called nurse Bluefoot about Henrik. Henrik admitted to writing the threat. The threat can help remember the work, finish all of my tasks, come to explore, to protect it. What does he know of whom gave him the key to help him remember? Key opens desk drawer, check out everything carefully. Took his disc, H6 his password, need to find out the logo. Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew I needed to figure out what that logograph meant, but cancel. Okay, I'm gonna call this number and see if that works here. Also have a hangnail, it's very upsetting to me.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the theft that happened there recently.
Are you the press?
No, I'm a detective investigating a similar crime in Washington, D.C.
This is Sheila Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss, and the police here have no leads.
Beach Hill was robbed too. We lost one of our prized jade carvings.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if the robberies are connected. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
I heard the thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. Is that true?
Yes. It was very gruesome. It looked like blood, but according to the police analysis, the print was made with a mercuric sulfide paste.
Do you know of any symbolic meaning attached to a red hand?
Don't walk, don't go there, talk to the hand, as my 15-year-old would say? Really, I haven't the slightest idea.
I relate so much to this voice actor. Just, I don't know, it makes me happy. The attitude.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian artifacts that were excavated right from this area.
Oh, wow.
Do you have a list of the stolen pieces?
I know those pieces like the back of my hand. There were 3 pottery pieces, a small stone figurine with a snake head, and an ornamental jade carving.
Are these the pieces that are in the boxes? Oh god, that'd be wild.
I'm interested in the jade carving. What did it look like?
It was highly unusual. There was a glyph on it that no one could translate. Until we hired Henrik Vanderheun, that is. His opinion was that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place-name glyph for this area. As you can imagine, we regarded it as something of a regional treasure.
Do you know that Henrik Vanderheun works for Beach Hill now?
Yes, I know. His departure was a great loss for us.
Was Henrik still working at Chaco Canyon when the theft occurred?
No. It happened just a few days after he left. I remember because after the police left, the staff and I were so depressed, we went into the lounge and pigged out on the rest of Henrik's farewell cake.
Do you recall having some appraisal work done by an art dealer by the name of Taylor Sinclair?
How could I forget? He went on and on about the impossibly rare artifacts he could get for us. I said, "Are you an art dealer or a smuggler?" But he assured me that the provenance documents would all be in order. Still, I never did any further business with him. He just seemed slippery.
Indeed.
Could you send me a photo of that jade carving so I can take a look at the glyph?
I'm afraid I sent our only print off to the insurance company. They said they'd return it, but who knows when our claim will be processed. I'm sorry.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Will do, Sheila. I like you. So I have a lot of phone numbers, actually, that wouldn't work on the office phone. I wonder if they'll work here. So that was that number, right? The 555-1222. Okay. So I want to call... No, yeah, that was the... Oh, wait. Yes, I did. I want to call 1-800-555-YATI. This is the phone number on the magazine that talks about the necklace.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording.
Thank you. Alright, worth a shot. Okay, so I need to translate this glyph. That's fine. Because I know how to translate glyphs, obviously. Okay. Just gonna make sure I didn't miss anything from the drawer, because she's like, check thoroughly, and I'm like, did I not check thoroughly?
It's locked.
Looks like I checked it pretty thoroughly. Yeah. Okay, well. I have a disc. Okay, that's what I just called. Okay. Is this a... Do I have this glyph anywhere else? So I took several photos of glyphs already on my phone. It kind of looks like it has a tongue on it, so let's see. Okay, so that's a nope. Initial review is a nope. I don't have the glyph on my phone already. So I need to find some place that will have the glyph.
You have no voice.
So I'm gonna call Franklin Rose. Just for shits and giggles. Oh, I hit 4 one too many times.
You have no...
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
I'd like to speak to Franklin Rose, please.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Rose is out of the office. Would you like to try back later?
Sure.
Thank you for calling Boswell, Jackson, and Rose.
Alright, well, I guess we don't get to talk to them right now. Sad. I never did check. Why do I have a feeling those pieces are in these boxes? She said a jade carving, right? Like... Unidentified glyph. Classic. Covered bowl. Like, I'm just saying. Are these the pieces that are stolen from the museum? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Oh, does this key go to these boxes too? No. That would be too much. That would be too extra. so my guess is on the diskette, it's gonna have the combination to that box, and it's gonna have the piece from the museum. That's my theory. Go for it. I still need to figure out how to translate this freaking glyph, though. So, yeah, because it looks like a tongue, right? Like, looks like a piece of cheese and a tongue. I was really good at keeping track of glyphs, but now I'm like, I don't know anything. Language.
That looks right.
There's no piece of cheese, right? With a tongue sticking out. Just a theory. A game theory. Oh my god. No. No. Close. Where am I gonna find the translation for this glyph? Like, do I just directly ask Henrik? Like, do I'm just like, hey Henrik, like, do you know what the glyph meaning of the password is? Like, 'cause I feel like he's not gonna remember. His answer's gonna be like, you're asking the wrong amnesiac, which is what his answer's been for everything. Okay, well, since we're here, is there any discrepancies? Okay, so covered bowl, clay, Mexico, 3.22, 90 days, yes. Diego del Landa, ornamental carving, unidentified glyph, classic, jade, 46, 90 days, yes. Figure, early limestone. Chichen Itza. So all this matches up. Why is it in both of these places? Like, what is it that I'm supposed to get from this? Besides, like, these are obviously the stolen artifacts from the other museum. I mean, just saying. Just a theory. That's all I'm gonna say. Just. Gosh, dang it. There's nothing, no glyphs here. That is a crime. He just, like, is ashamed of it, or it was, like, his early career, so he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, don't be better. Don't be better than that. Embrace it. We love you for it. Oh my god, does Sunny... Ah, can I leave? Question mark? Jesus. Oh, is it on her necklace? No. No, it's not. Wouldn't that have been something, though? Is it on the monolith? Don't know how Nancy would just know what it means by looking at the monolith, but, like, is it there? No. No. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so monolith is a no-go. Alright, who would know? I mean, I just feel like going back to Henrik and asking him, but like I just don't see another answer to finding out what this means. Henrik.
Hi there, Nancy.
One of the pieces that was stolen from the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center was a jade carving with an unusual glyph on it. Do you remember translating it?
I can't remember.
He's also Brady Armstrong? What? Alright.
Can you tell me what the password is to your disk?
You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
You rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
What should I post here? What should I post here?
I don't know, Nancy. What should you post here? Do I can't ask over the radio, can I? Because he doesn't know Mayan. The consulate guy doesn't know Mayan. I don't think the art dealer knows either. And I can't get a hold of Joanna because Joanna's in prison or jail or something. She's not available.
Buenos dias.
I should get back to the museum.
Adios, Nancy.
Adios.
Any news?
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, so the only thing that I can think is the ham radio. I don't... How would I ask that? Also, why did I steal a light bulb from the other radio, the display radio? Like, what was the purpose of that? These are the questions that I need answers to, Nancy. Okay, so let's reread the ham radio stuff. Okay, I keep calling it a ham radio. It is a ham radio. Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you for the purchase. Receiving. To enter a frequency or channel number, simply enter the 4-digit number on the number keypad and press the connect button. Transmitting. All messages are sent using the Morse code. Yeah. Erases. Yeah, turn prior. It's this because like I can't ask for like, hey, how do you translate this glyph that's oddly specific? Like, I will need to know that, but not yet. I don't think, at least. Sunny. Just for some reason you have the answers that I need. Definitely missing something, and I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Ugh, God, do I call Bess and George again? Maybe they have the answers. They always somehow still know exactly the information that I need to know. It's like, I will not cheat using Google, but I will cheat using Bess and George, because it is within the parameters of the game, so I feel like that is fair.
Hello?
It's me again.
Nancy Drew, you will never guess who the cat just dragged in.
What?
Ooh,
Frank
How?
and Joe Hardy.
you're months.
Let me tell you, they're as cute as ever. George and I were just telling them about your latest case, and judging by the way they're hovering around me at the moment, I think they want to say hello.
Sure, put them on.
Ah,
Hi,
the
Nancy,
Hardy
it's
Boys.
Frank.
Frank Hardy, what in the world are you doing in River Heights?
Well, Joe and I just finished up a case out west, and we're taking a few days to drive back to Bayport. So we stopped in River Heights to say hello to our favorite girls.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you.
We should have known you'd be out there chasing trouble.
Joe, is that you?
The one and only. How's it going, Nancy?
Oh, just knee-deep in another case. You know the feeling.
Do we ever? There's one
That again.
There's one around every corner, isn't there?
All right, Joe. Cheeky as ever, I see.
It's the secret of my irresistible charm.
Oh, brother. Listen, Nancy, we're taking off again tomorrow, but if you want to talk shop about this case, why don't you give us a call on the car phone? The number is 973-555-3393.
Sounds great. I'll do that.
Go get him, Nancy.
Good luck.
Okay, but like, I wanted to talk to Bess. Okay, excuse you, that was rude. But also, I'm making progress if I unlock the Hardy Boys, which is how exactly I will view this. I unlock the Hardy Boys.
It's me again.
Hey, Nancy, what's...
Requesting hint, please.
Negative, Detective Drew. Assistants Marvin and Fane out of commission at this time. Suggest calling Detectives Hardy and Hardy.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
We're rooting for ya. Yeah, you're doing great.
Alright, should have known.
Frank and Joe Hardy, taking the mist out of mystery. Joe here.
That's pretty cute, Joe. Can you come up with a slogan for me, too?
Hey, Nancy. Hold on while I put you on speakerphone. You still there?
Yep.
Hi, Nancy. You got access to both of our brilliant minds.
This investigation is stalling. Any thoughts on how to get it back in gear?
Better study the information in Henrik's drawer a little more closely.
Talk to you later, fellas.
Later, Nancy.
Bye.
Just angry dials. Okay, did I seriously misclick something? Like... It's fine. Womp womp. That's the one thing they did improve on in the later games, is the clicking is not so finicky. And like to some point it makes the games a little easier, but to another point it makes my life easier, man. I don't have to go back to drawers.
It's locked.
Dude, there's nothing else in this drawer. Wait, is the underneath one a drawer that can also open? We don't talk about that. Number stations 2050-12 transmits a series of 5 digits in Spanish, with each transmission starting with Atención, atención. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I know that. Write down the last 3 digits of the series and add a 0 to it to get a 4-digit. I'm sorry, what? Decoding the numbers, write down the last 3 digits of the series and add a 0 to it to get a 4-digit number. Add each of these original 5 digits and add the sum of the 4-digit number from the take messages on it. Example: if the station number gives 56123, then the smuggler station is 1247. Put a 0 at the end of the last 3 digits. Add all of the digits in the series. Wait, put a 0 at the end of the last 3 digits. Okay. Add all the digits in the series. Okay. Add the numbers from step 1. 2. This password is the null word for snake. Enter in Morse code. Then confirm by voice. Then second, send that code word. Sorry, I can't get my mouth closed because I'm just like, huh? Code is not cleared. Payment has been sent. Henrik, what misdeeds are you doing?
Looks like I need to find someone who speaks Nahuatl.
Okay. I think our friend at the consulate speaks Nahuatl. Oh god, there's so much. Okay. Oh, Jesus
It's locked.
Christ. I clicked and now I can't see it. Hey, how do I... God dang it. Okay, how do I look at this? Can I... That is not an option, is it? View, space, enter. Any of the keypad numbers. I want to look at you. Help. How do I look at this after I've accidentally added it to my inventory? Hiked with Big Bunny all day. Temperatures is in the hundreds. Water's scarce, but Highland region is beautiful and pristine except for Bunny's incessant commentary. Even spotted a Questol flying. You can post it on Hendrik's board later, but these 3 pages are much more useful to you. Okay. Even spotted a tree symbolizes freedom and wealth. Tale highly prized by the Maya. Cross paths with an old shaman today, eager for some relief from Big Bunny, accepted old man's invitation to eat. Old man Vincente gave us very strong tea, to which Bibi reacted negatively. He kept shouting, "Bunny rabbits, flaming bunny rabbits, return of the repressed." Once he even pounced on the floor to try to catch one, but there was nothing there. Vincento. Okay, hold on. So, can I scroll down? Ah, yes. Hard rain last night. Shared pity. What does he eat? Nearly suffocated. And then Vince thought this very funny. I weirdly expired from embarrassment. He had no unusual effect on me. Old man told us legend has it that the Highlands are haunted by the spirit of Amaxicali. I understand most translated for bunny. Here is legend as best as I could gather. At the height of Bakal's reign, a royal Mayan scribe, Shuhual Amaxicali, wrote an account of the Maya that somehow defamed Bakal's name. Traces of her work. The rumor was that Bakal banished the scribe and her writings to the far reaches of the netherworld. Highland elders swear that Amaxicali has haunted these hills for centuries and will not rest until her writings are unearthed and her name is restored to dignity. Banished? How? Only Bakal were so lenient. Yeah. Okay, so I need the word for snake. pretty sure this has the symbol on it that I need, though, so that's unfortunate. But... Or, what is the time? 5. Okay. Onward! Well, I could go to the Mexican consulate, because I'm pretty sure he knows the word that I need.
Buenos dias.
I need to know the Nahuatl word for snake. Can you help me?
What do you need that word for?
Oh, I need it to send a message by ham radio. It's a long story.
Now, if only I could remember the word for snake. I hear you have been a great help to Henrik. I wonder if you can help me improve my memory too.
What are you talking about, Alejandro?
I am almost certain that the provenance documents for the Pakal carving were falsified. I have asked Joanna to see the documents, but she evades me. If you can find that file in her... might help my memory of Nahuatl a lot.
First you tell me you were unconcerned about the theft of the Pakal carving, and now you have an urgent need to see the provenance documents? Is it just me, or is this a little suspicious?
If I can determine that the provenance documents are a fraud, this will be the first major step toward legal repatriation of the artwork, whenever and wherever it resurfaces.
Okay, Alejandro. I'll see what I can...
Hey, do you know what Siwapili means? Princess or lady. Now, if only I could remember the word for snake.
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
Alright, Alejandro, alright. I don't think Alejandro's bad. I just think that he's passionate. At least I know exactly where these documents are. Twink. Can I... Nancy, just... Okay, I was like, just grab it, Nancy. Just... Jesus. Okay.
Hello, Nancy. You have a special delivery for me, I hope?
Here's your file, as requested.
Oh. I was like, huh?
Good work, my friend. I suppose you would like something in return?
I trust your Nahuatl has become fluent again.
The Nahuatl word for snake is coatl. C-O-A-T-L.
Alright, in this case I will do this.
Muchas gracias. Gotta go.
Adios, Nancy.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the hotel. To Henrik. Put the papers on the board. Hopefully I can see them when they're up there. And, alright. 10 a.m., right? Nancy, you're getting such good sleep. I wish I could sleep like Nancy.
should I post here? What should I post here?
Okay, so I don't know what that paper says, and I feel like that definitely would help me in regards to what I need translated to get onto his computer. So that sucks. But we could do the ham radio puzzle. So let's do that. Oh my god. That sounds amazing. I just figured it was like a loading screen, which I mean, I know like loading like would not take that long anymore, but like, oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, so what I need to do, step one to this puzzle. So I need to put, okay, so I'm gonna put in 2050 into starting with attention. Okay, so I'm gonna put a 0 at the end of the last 3 numbers. So 0 at the end of last 3. Okay, and then add all those digits. Add all of the digits in the series. So then I add all 5 numbers, and then take that number, and then that number you add to the digit number. Okay. And then I'm going to password in Nua is for snake. Enter in the Morse code and then confirm by voice. Then send a code word. Okay, so then I need to send the code word, which I think the code word, I mean, I'll try them all. And so it's leche, here, suino, and vacas. Which I only know what 2 of those mean. I know the first one is milk, and the last one is cow. I think the payment. And I mean, I'm gonna try a leche, I guess. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if I can do this in one try. That would be a minor miracle, but we will do our best. Okay. What will help is taking a picture of this, so I'm gonna do that. If I pre-translate it too, that might be a good idea as well. So I think after each letter I put something, right? One letter at a time. Compose each letter in dashes of dot in Morse code, and then once you have finished composing a letter, press send. So it's a letter and then send. Letter, send. Okay. So for Koto, it will be C dot, dash dot dash dot O, which is dash dash dash, A, which is dot dash, and then T, which is dash, and then L, which is dot dash dot dot. Leche is dot dash dot 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 dash dat dash dat. I just said dat instead of dot, but we're here. H, which is dot 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 dot, and E, which is dot. Okay, alrighty, let's. I don't think it would be the middle 2, so I'm just gonna translate the first one, which is leches, and the last one, which is vaca, just in case. I don't know what payment Nancy will have, but she will have payment if needed. It's a good way to get conversation started, at least, right? It's also a very complicated system of communication. I mean, I guess if you're like a smuggler, it's like, it's good, because it's big. Okay. So I'm gonna hear attention, and then I'm gonna get the numbers, which thankfully I know Spanish, so I don't need to like memorize what the Spanish letters are. I mean, I don't know Spanish, I know Spanish numbers. 1 through 20. Woo!
The radio tube went out.
Ah! Luckily for us, Nancy has already stolen a radio tube. Look at you, being all prepared, Nancy. Okay. So I'm gonna put in 2050. Connect.
Atención, 8, 3, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 7, 1.
Okay, just keep repeating.
7, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7.
Ooh. That's a really weird audio glitch. Okay, I hope I didn't have to keep it on because I don't think I could have kept listening to that. So 2, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 7. I almost put 6. That's the one I mixed up. Alrighty, so 2, 7. And I'm going to add all 5 of the other numbers together. So that's 11, 13, 21. And then you add 21 to 2710. So that would be 2731. Okay.
Transmítalo ahora.
Okay, so it's dash, dash, C.
Mensaje encendido. Transmítalo ahora.
Okay, that's not right. Why is it 1 now? What? Ugh. Invalid character. Did I put L in wrong? Why is it saying L is 1? Because, like, L is 1. that's L. Oh, it just looks like a 1. It's actually an L. Just font, don't mind me. Just the font getting to me.
Mensaje recibido. Entregaremos el paquete lo más pronto posible. Cambio y fuera.
Is that it? I don't...
Transmítelo ahora.
Okay. Thank you for translating the Spanish for me. Okay. Is it gonna be sent right here? Is that why I can look at the ground weirdly? Oh my god, that'll be amazing. If I'm right about that, I'll be so happy. So maybe Henrik is awake now? Mayhaps. Posiblemente. My 6 years of Spanish, and I know nada. Reality orientation in progress. Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't try your strategy, but that was... I did it the last second. That was amazing. I'm like so convinced it's gonna be dropped off here now. Well... Oh, no worries. Thank you so much for coming, Taylor. Just follow me. I don't stream on a consistent schedule, but I will be streaming this again. I'm probably not going to finish it tonight, so don't... Thank you so much for all your help. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Why did I keep the bad bulb? Why did I keep it? Can I put it? Okay, like, I would be really happy if I get to put the bad bulb back into here. I don't know why, but that's just something like I want to be able to do. Dang. Dang. That would be just a funny thing to do. I mean, it's in a museum. Like, why does it have to have a good bulb anyway? Like, let me roll for a second. Oh, man. So aggressive with your knocks, Nancy. Okay, so, I think, actually, I'm gonna wrap up here soon, too, because I do work in the morning, and even though it's 9 p.m. here, I work at 7:45, and, you know, good night's rest is something that I value just as much as Nancy Drew. So, I'm gonna see if he has anything to say about the papers, call maybe the Hardy Boys one more time, and...
Hello.
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Alright, maybe Taylor Sinclair. Oh, just double click. Just double click, Amanda.
Any news?
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
No news yet. That's so nice. Hardy Boys.
This is Joe.
Hey, Joe, it's Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. I've got that slogan for you. Are you ready?
Of course.
Nancy Drew, the Ace in every case.
Catchy. I'll make a real impression on my suspects with that line.
How's the case going?
This investigation is stalling. Any thoughts on how to get it back in gear?
See if Henrik's made any headway on that riddle translation.
Talk to you later, fellas.
Go get him, Nancy.
Well, every time I go to visit Henrik, he's unavailable. So, hopefully he's available now. Henrik! Okay. This is a glitch in the Matrix or something, okay? Like, Henrik is unavailable. But is my package delivered is the question. Oops, not that way. Maybe. 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 No. So, like, it didn't say where they were going to deliver it. I just only thought they would drop it off in the package delivery area, but maybe that was just me being optimistic. That's always a chance. It's always a possibility. Aha! Excuse you? What is this? Okay. Now that I've seen it, can I talk to Henrik? Okay. I am apparently missing something. That's fine. I think this is a good place to call it then. We'll come back and hopefully we'll be able to figure out whatever it is that I am not getting. So, I am going to save. Saving's important. And I appreciate all the help. I appreciate all the love. Thank you for coming and checking this out. I am so happy that we made progress today. I am not surprised, but also a little surprised that I didn't finish it today, because all the other ones have taken me only 6 hours total, but this one's taking me longer. So who would have thought not knowing what the hell I'm doing would affect how long it takes me to do this? So it is what it is. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a great night, and yeah, I will see you next time. Bye!